coming up on At Your Leisure.
Hey, I'm Scott.
And I'm Tanya.
It is car show season. The weather is perfect. You gotta check it out.
And I'm Reece Stein. Coming up, a trip to Mount Olympus. No, not the one in Salt Lake, but its ancient predecessor, home of the gods, in Greece.
And I'm Will Oxley. Stedman's Recreation in Tooele is reinvigorating arena motocross at the Deseret Peak Complex.
You know what, Tanya? I think this is close to heaven as I could be.
Yeah, lots of muscle here for sure. I love it.
Muscle for sure. We are in muscle car heaven. Hey, everybody, welcome to At Your Leisure. I'm Scott Huntsman.
And I'm Tanya Huntsman.
You know, we're down here for the UVU car show, and it's a beautiful spring day here in May.
Oh,
I am
God.
absolutely digging this. We've
I
been
love the
waiting
weather.
for this weather forever.
Yes.
You know, that winter's just been lingering on. You know how it like teases you for a little while? And then it finally just, boom, here you go. We got sunshine, we got great temperatures, and we have muscle cars aplenty because we are at the UVU car show. Fantastic car show, been going on for about 35 years they've been doing this. And not only is it a car show, but they got vendors, food trucks, and they've got a huge swap meet over there. Now I can't wait to go to the swap meet. I hope you're not going to hang on to my wallet this time. There might be some good stuff that I'm going to find over there.
As long as you buy me a corn dog, I'll be fine.
Okay, well, everybody heard that. You're all my witness. You know, we also have another little fun part of this whole show. As you can see, on this side, Camaros, this side, Mustangs. There's a reason for that. Check this out.
I bought my Camaro a little over 4 years ago. I started going to car shows and started seeing a lot of Mustangs at car shows, but didn't see a lot of Camaros. I knew that a lot of people owned the Camaros, but they just weren't bringing them out to shows. So we kind of created a challenge today, Camaros versus Mustangs, and right now at this show, it looks like we've got more Camaros that showed up than Mustangs.
You're doing a segment between what we call the face-off.
Yes.
Between the Camaros and the Mustangs. 60th anniversary for the Mustangs, that's cool.
Back in 1978, when I bought my first Mustang, I had a dream of doing something like this, but obviously at 16 years old, I had no money. Life went on, I sold the car that I had, always kept the dream of the Mustang alive, and I bought this in 2010, and that's why I call the car worth the wait, because back in 78, I could have never done anything like this, and today I'm in a different situation and able to do it.
So mine is a 1967 Camaro convertible. It's a RSSS. The car was restored about 20 years ago. I acquired it about 4 years ago. A lot of looking, a lot of searching, really wanted a Camaro.
It's a 1968 Camaro. Drove it all through high school, parked it. It sat till about 2000, and then I did the restoration that I have here, which took 24 years to do. Getting out, driving the car, showing it off to people. People that come up enjoy talking to them about it. Just a passion of love.
I'm friendly with every car. There are some people in our Camaro club that will not even say the word Mustang, but for me, I'm a friend to all.
The muscle cars. We had the best cars in our generation. Ever since then, it hasn't been the same.
Well, I'll tell you, I couldn't agree more with that, you know, because as we talk about this and we talk about these muscle cars from the 60s, I mean, even we are lucky enough to own a 67 first generation Camaro. We're part of this whole thing today.
I wasn't even born yet when this car was made.
I love it. I was 2, just gonna turn 3 that year, you know. Just to say, that's how it's gonna age these vehicles, but it is so cool that way. And you know, in your Camaro, the 2010 was just a resurrection of the whole idea. Ford did it, Mopar did it. I mean, this is heaven. This is heaven to me. This is just heaven, that's all there is to it. We parked the Jeep for the weekend. We're down here for a car show. While we're checking more of this out, you guys check out this first story.
I'm Reece Stein, at your leisure in the Republic of Greece, the land that gave us democracy, philosophy, early theater, even the beginnings of steam power. Rich in history, today it is a modern country with vibrant cities, dramatic landscapes, friendly locals, and oh yes, one great big mountain. You know Mount Olympus, rising 4,800 feet from the Salt Lake Valley floor, but the other Mount Olympus, the one ancient Greeks worshipped as home of the gods, juts up nearly 9,000 feet from near the shore of the Aegean Sea. A national park and World Biosphere Reserve, the mountain in Greece is a monster, 50 miles around, covering 190 square miles, with 52 distinct peaks. Ours has 2. We didn't have time nor desire to make the 12-mile climb to the summit, but we did tackle a portion, well, a mile anyway, of the 6,200-mile multinational E4 trail along the Olympus shoulder. We follow a beautiful canyon stream through all kinds of lush plant life. We do get a good view of the Olympus summit and of the dramatic throne of Zeus jutting out from the canyon wall. The gentle flow of the river quickly takes us away from the crowds gathered at the mountain's base.
We are not conquering the mountain, we are just visitors of the mountain. So just the thrill of getting on the mountain and enjoying.
We reflect on the solitude and thousands of years of history, if only for an hour or so, on this historic mountain. Nearby, the 2,000-year-old port city of Thessaloniki is Greece's second largest after Athens. Alexander the Great spent his childhood near here and is remembered with a 20-foot-tall bronze statue dominating the seaside promenade, heart of the town. The adjoining main square is named for Aristotle and features his likeness as one of the city's most popular jungle gyms. Most of Thessaloniki burned in 1917, except for the walled-in Old Town on the hill above the flames, the city's most colorful neighborhood. Further on, Anna, our charming and always attentive trip leader, takes us to the recently discovered tomb complex of the family of Alexander the Great, including his father, Philip II, King of Macedonia. The undisturbed tomb yielded a trove of ancient treasures from the 4th century BC, including a burial chest with cremated remains and a gold crown reputed to belong to Philip. The ornate tomb features a dramatic fresco of Hades abducting Persephone, also from around 340 BC. But nothing compares with the scene out the window of our bus as we approach Meteoria, Greece. The forested mountains suddenly give way to bare, gray, towering rocks, a mix of sandstone and river gravel laid down 60 million years ago, solidified and thrust upward, creating stunning plateaus. We get a spectacular view from the balcony of our perfectly situated hotel room. 14th century hermit monks sought refuge here from Turkish oppression. By building 20 monasteries atop the rocky pinnacles, 6 remain today, including the Monastery of Great Meteoron, the oldest and biggest, draping over the entire plateau. We visit the smaller and more accessible monastery of Rosanau, built in the 16th century. It's today a nunnery for 16 sisters. Its 3-story complex covers the entirety of the rocky cliff. It was severely damaged during World War II. James Bond came here in the 1981 movie For Your Eyes Only.
Meteora was a highlight. The place that we stayed was wonderful, but the rock formations and the monasteries at the top of those rocks were just so beautiful and incomprehensible how they did all that.
At lunch at a home of a local family, we learn about the daily lives of the people of northern Greece. Their home is 200 years old, but the owner points out that the west wall is 2 million years old. The food is great and the conversation enlightening. Our last stop in Greece is a washout. The only rainy day of our tour happens, of course, on the most scenic. Vikos Gorge is the deepest in Greece. At 4,400 feet, it rivals the Grand Canyon. Our scheduled river trip was a no-go, but our guide Anna found us a dry overlook of this spectacular ravine. While hiding from the rain, we surprisingly meet a pair of At Your Leisure fans from Utah.
What the heck are you doing in hell and gone Greece?
We are hiking. We came here for a 9-day hiking tour.
Wow.
And I love it. It's the best.
You've had perfect weather for it.
Until today.
We have fans everywhere, even in the remotest parts of the world. Reece Stein and Marianne with this week's Where To adventure in scenic northern Greece.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure.
Hey, you know what? We're down here at the UVU car show, and as part of this car show is a swap meet. Now, I told you, you couldn't take my wallet from me, and she let me open it up a little bit.
I said as long as he got me a corn dog, I'd be okay with it. But then he goes and buys this.
I had to do, look, I have to do this. This sun analyzer is a vintage piece of equipment. And we work on so many older cars in my shop that I've got to have something like this. So I've got a working oscilloscope, I can cancel cylinders. Jared, Josh, two of the fine instructors here down here at UVU, and they're selling off some of their old equipment so they can replace it with new. Hey, I'm just gonna breathe a little life into this. Does that sound good with you guys?
Keep it going.
Yeah. Let's check out a little more of this swap meet.
Well, we want to just promote automobiles and the automobile industry. We just want to promote and show that we are still here as far as a training facility, that students can gain an associate degree and a bachelor's degree in those trades and technologies. We just want to pay back a little bit. So this show, all the funds that we gather goes back into an endowment that sponsors student scholarships within the automotive, diesel, auto, power sport, collision trades. We have a lot of young folks that come through. You're seeing them walking by us here. They're interested in cars, and that's what we need in the industry. I think right now there are thousands of technicians in a shortage. The only automotive-related swap meet in the state and for states around. So I've got people that are coming for our swap meet from California, Nevada, Idaho. They're coming from all over.
I'm still at the swap meet and I'm playing around. I'm hanging out with my buddy Richard and Dwight here. Dwight brought his little, I don't even know what it is.
39 Willys.
A 39 Willys, and I'm gonna ride it. Woo! Yeah!
Welcome back to At Your Leisure.
Here we are at the UVU car show, still here, and boom, baby!
We found our jam.
Jeeps! Here it is, and we have a new way to park them. I should say it's a new way. We've done it before, but I think this is the way it needs to be in our own driveway at home.
Driveway home.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
You know what? This UVU car show is awesome. It's huge. Let's look more into that.
We wanted to support UVU. All the proceeds for the money that's been made goes towards the UVU Scholarship Fund. And you know, there are future engineers, future mechanics, future car owners. And so we definitely wanted to come out and support this. We thought it was really important. Well, I'm a car lover. I've always loved cars. I don't care what kind of car it is. If it's got four wheels, I'm into it.
Yeah.
So, you know, these guys are the ones that are going to be, you know, the mechanics, the engineers, the people that are eventually going to take up this hobby themselves and being, you know, future car show owners.
Bunch of guys like-minded.
Yeah.
Most of us all probably think alike, and somewhere to turn to.
It's a lot of fun. I mean, just, you know, like-minded people, but also, like, there's no pressure. I mean, you know, Mike, this is Mike's passion. And, you know, I mean, we all met Mike in different ways, but usually most all of us have the same story. You meet Mike. You show up to a car show for your first time, and there's Mike going, hey, come over here, I got a spot for you. Yeah. You know, Mike puts a lot into this for everybody, and, you know, it's fun. We just all hang out and have a good time and laugh and joke around.
Well, I've always said that, like, literally there's nobody better out there people-wise than car people. They'll give you the shirt off their back to help you if you need it. Friendliest community. There's nobody here with egos. It's all people showing off their pride and joy. And it brings a lot of people together. And it's created a new family for us.
You know, here at this show, you get to see cars like this. This is beautiful because I know, we're Chevy people, we'll admit it, but my first vehicle was a Ford.
But this is very pretty.
It is.
Pretty.
69 Mach 1, and this thing is sanitary. This thing is so well done. And this is the caliber of car that you see at a show like this, which is just wonderful that they are sharing it with all the rest of us so we can enjoy. We're looking deep into this whole show still, so while we're doing that for a little bit, you guys check out this story coming up.
For years, the Deseret Peak Complex in Grantsville has been a destination for motocross excitement. Willa County Parks and Recreation is reinvigorating this cherished family pastime with the help of the local community and Stedman's Recreation.
Last year we had some volunteers get together and get the county going with the track again. We says, hey, let's get these arena crosses going again, have a fun Friday night activity for the kids. And that's really what our focus is, just something for the kids to do. Easy, fun racing, a little bit of competition, but just ultimately fun.
So I started riding when I was 5. My dad got me a dirt bike. And it's just something we did as a family. It was a lot of fun. And me and my dad had a good relationship, riding dirt bikes, and it was a fun kind of bonding time with us. And kind of made our family as a fun family hobby. We were real close. And so I wanted to do that with my family. And so Waylon, he started racing when he was 4. And Weston is 5 now, and he's starting to. And it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of good race series here in Utah. But if you're a beginner or weekend warrior and just wanting to kind of get your feet wet and try it out, these stadium cross races here are a blast.
Just fun hometown racing, Want to make it simple. We want to invite the little bikes, the little 4-strokes, the little farm bikes, we almost want to call them, because them kids, they ride a great motorcycle, but they don't have that opportunity to come out and compete on a track. And it's another good thing if you got a kid that has a motorcycle. It's a really good way to keep his grades up, because no good grades, no chores done, no motorcycle. So a little bit of pressure too.
This bike is a 2023 KTM 65, and what I like about racing is it's always really fun, and it's also I like having competition. It makes me feel good. It's always really fun.
My favorite thing to see is the little kids on the Stay 6 bikes, which, jealous, where was the Stay 6 when I was that age, But the little kids on the Stay 6 who are out there right now, we can't even hear them because they're electric. Seeing those, we got a 2-year-old out here racing. That's awesome.
A lot of time, a lot of the competition you make friends with. I mean, there's a lot of things in motocross and riding dirt bikes and stuff that can translate over into life, as far as life lessons, being persistent, seeing things through, never giving up, and even if things aren't going your way, giving it your all until the race is over. Try to relate the things we learn in motocross into our normal everyday lives.
And Stedman's has more dates planned for later this year. So be sure to sign up online and come get some track time.
You sign up on Race Ready sometime before the race, and then you come down to the race and check in, and then you're good to race. If you're not racing, come down for free. No spectator fees, just show up and watch some competition, have some fun in the outdoors.
They're doing a lot of work down here. There's a lot of interest to improve, get back to what it used to be. The kids need something to do. Friday night, if the kids are here at the races on a Friday night, you know what your kids are doing. You're here, they want to be here. They're with the family, they're with their race family. They're doing what they love on a weekend. No better place for kids to be.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure.
Hey, you know what? Tanya and I have the very unique privilege of sitting in this 58 Skyliner, and on a springtime day, you know, back in the day in 58, you were living right if you could do this.
That is so awesome.
This has only one word to describe. This is cool.
Yes,
This is very cool. Well, hey, look what we get to do. While we're playing with this, you guys check out next week's show.
Next week, Skylar Dykstra is taking us out to the Vernal Rock Rally for some excellent views and some insights into the challenges off-roaders face on the trails. Then Katie Yardley is taking us back to the outdoor kitchen to show us another delicious recipe that's perfect for your next adventure. Finally, Will Oxley is taking us down the river for an adventure back in time as he shows off how the folks of the Old West lived and traversed the waters. Now let's take a look at our contest winner. This week's contest winner was spotted while we were out camping recently and is license plate number W54TC. And it looks like they're the lucky winner of a Clearly Tough windshield for their rig. Clearly Tough offers the strongest windshields on the market. Visit clearlytough.com for more information and be sure to call us at 801-947-8888 to claim your prize. Now let's take a look at our calendar of events. First up, July 9th and 10th is a summer ride for the Manti Mountain ATV Run, which is a great way to get out and experience some guided rides on the Arapeen Trail System. Be sure to visit mantiatvRun.com for more information. Then August 13th through the 17th is the Bryce Penguich ATV Rally, which is a great way to bring your machine down and experience some amazing scenery on some of the most diverse trails. Visit BryceCanyonCountry.com for more information. And don't forget to visit our events page at AYLTV.com to stay up to date on all the Jamboree and off-road outdoor events that will be happening throughout the year.
Hey everybody, the UVU Car Show has been an absolute success, and our special little treat of this was the Camaros versus Mustangs. Michael, how'd we do?
28 Camaros, 22 Mustangs.
Okay, I'm gonna call that a victory. I call it a victory for everybody because it's just happy to have everybody here on such a beautiful day, and it's been fantastic. So we're looking forward to doing this again next year.
Absolutely.
So look for it, look for JC Hackett's Car Shows. Thank you to Michael. Michael has done a great job detailing my car. It looks fantastic, thank you. And with that in mind, we're gonna remind all of you that there are adventures around every single bend.
So get off your couch and create your own adventure.
At your leisure! That's it! Woo! Yeah!